and the days that I keep my gratitude higher than my expectations. Well, I have really good days.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for clicking in. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the recent explosion in subs and viewing hours and interaction. I really can't thank you enough. And also for Tyler and Kinsey, who have helped get to this point where things are starting to take off a little bit. I just wanted to extend my heartfelt and sincere thank you to all of you. But this is going to be a really quick one because I've got, an hour and 46 minutes before I need to check out. I need to double check the time that I'm supposed to be in Orlando, but it gives me a couple of hours. But the internet here is ungodly slow. So I'm going to do this real quick and do the editing. Hopefully it won't be a highly polished edited video, but it will be quicker. All right, real quick, man. I mean, there's some really exciting stuff going on, and a lot of it isn't necessarily tied to crypto per se. It is, but it ain't. So this just came out today, where AMC stock prices spiked 260% as day traders ignited GameStop, BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond. And what they did, it's a Reddit group. It's actually a Reddit group. Does it say anything? Called Wall Street Bets. And what they did was they went and found some plays that were heavily shorted, and then a group of little guys got together, flexed, and caused an incredible short squeeze on these. It was amazing. It's like crypto type returns. And Wall Street investors don't necessarily like the fact that a bunch of little guys are teaming together, because why? They don't want anything to change. To the point, check this out. Not only do they not want things to change, not only do they not want the little guy touching the steering wheel, even for a fraction of a second, NASDAQ is considering halting trading of these stocks due to social media influence. They've got absolutely no problem when big corporations conspire to take down huge companies, which affects people's lives, jobs, pensions, and all that stuff. But oh my God, one bad day on the market for them, it's all over. And there was a rumor that, hey, Wall Street Bets is coming after Bitcoin next. And according to this article, and I can put this link down below, it's really interesting, guys, really interesting. They're like, yeah, no, we're doing this to flex against Wall Street, against the system. They don't do pump and dumps. They basically just went and found some assets that were vulnerable for a short squeeze. And the most interesting part of the article here, it says, others argue that Wall Street Bets might turn its attention to Bitcoin and dump its price. And look at this comment here. Do you see the rage? Do you see this community channeling their anger at the system? What do you think happens when they find out what Bitcoin actually is? Okay, I'm going to weigh in on this. Bullish. Bullish. This guy here says 2021 bull market could get bigger than any of us realize. Amazing. But I'll put these links in the description down below. I just think it's quite telling when you see a group of little guys get together and do well, how quickly the system goes to shut them down. Now on that same note, maybe you guys saw this in the news. Nancy Pelosi's husband plowed up to $1 million in bullish bets on Tesla stock. Pretty amazing, huh? Boy, I tell you, man, these smart people with their money, they sure know how to look in and do the research on these projects. Boy, they just really put in the hard work until you see 2 days after that move that Biden comes out with the plan that he wants to replace all government fleet vehicles with electric vehicles. 2 days after Nancy Pelosi's husband went long on Tesla. Nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see here. Same old stuff. Same old stuff. You believe that? I'm only going to dip my toe in this water here just for a second, because all of these real world things, they do have a connection to the cryptocurrency universe. So Biden's first week in office, he signs a record number of executive actions in his first week. 3 times what any president has done ever. Governing like he has a mandate from the people, which obviously it was a very narrow margin of victory, and I'll put that in air quotes. But it's certainly not a mandate, but boy, are they starting to rule like they have a mandate. 3 times. With the stroke of the pen, put 10,000 employees on the unemployment line with the cancellation of the Keystone Pipeline. And after he argued with President Trump on the debate stage in the presidential debates about fracking, when the president said that if Biden was elected, that he was going to end fracking, he argued vociferously, and then went to the state of Pennsylvania, which a lot of jobs rely on fracking, and said pre-election, oh man, we're all fracking. We love fracking. We would never cancellation fracking. Yeah, until he signs an executive order canceling fracking in the first week of office. Oh my gosh, 3 times the amount that any other president has done. 3 times. So here's a hint for something to watch. When you're governing by executive orders, that means that you don't think that you're going to be able to get legislative backing in Congress to pass what you're trying to do. So it's not necessarily a sign of being productive and moving forward. It's more a sign of, I can't get this through there, so I'll just go ahead and sign this, and then it has the effect of law. Kind of like a previous president said, okay, don't work with me. I've got a phone and I've got a pen. That's not a president, that's a tyrant. Now again, for me, I've never really used the term China virus. So it looks like Biden is wanting to ban the term China virus in government communication. I guess they really can't ban it in real life citizens yet. But I wonder if you're going to ban China virus, how do you tell people that you're banning China virus if you're not allowed to say it? You just have to do like charades? I don't know. Now, how this stops COVID, which is supposed to be his number one action, right? That was supposedly what he got elected on. How does this slow COVID? I don't think there's been one misconception by anybody that blames Chinese citizens for what happened. I think 100% of people blame the Chinese government. I think that anybody with a small brain realizes that it's the Chinese government, and it is nothing racist or xenophobic towards Asian Americans. Actually, as far as Asian American women, or Asian women in general, I think that there is a certain erotic, exotic thing there. At least there is for me. Evidently for Congressman Swalwell as well. I don't know, man. There's just certain exoticness to them. And I think that was present in me even before I got into crypto, but it's certainly been accentuated since then. But again, this is not necessarily looking for a reason to use harmful, racist, xenophobic language, it's where the virus came from. So does this mean that now we need to go back and change the name of the Spanish flu? What about Legionnaire's disease? Isn't that like, doesn't that put Legionnaires in a bad light? What about the Legionnaires? Remember the Legionnaires? I mean, come on. I guess for me, it's not so much this, because I think you have to do some incredible mental gymnastics to arrive to the conclusion that this is racist or xenophobic. But the thing that concerns me is whenever you start talking about limiting speech or limiting what you're allowed to think, I think you got some problems. Agree, disagree, hey, I'm not always right. I'm just telling you how I feel and what I think. But hey, I'm going to chop this up on the editing software and put it together and get checked out and take a shower and head up to Orlando. Like I said, I got to double check what time I'm supposed to be in Orlando. I may check out and then hang here for a little bit more. I kind of felt real comfortable within the first hour of getting to this particular place. But if you've never been here, Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg, Clearwater Beach areas, the Southwest Florida coastline is something that you definitely should travel to and experience and see it. It's absolutely beautiful. And the attitude and the feel and the vibe is just, you got to be here to feel it. So until I talk to you next time, man, sunshine, lollipops, rainbows, unicorns, and all those good things. And we will talk to you later. Bye, con huevos.
Well, if you wanna come along with me, ain't no